Hello and welcome. I am Kunal from EPK Capital. And at EPK Capital, we build wealth for generations. If you are a non resident Indian watching this in 2026, you already know the story. India is no longer just an emerging market, it is a global economic powerhouse. As an NRI, you want a piece of that growth, and Indian mutual funds are one of the most effective ways to capture it. But let's be honest, investing in India from thousands of miles away isn't always a walk in the park. Between changing tax laws, strict compliance, and a sea of digital apps, it can feel overwhelming. What works for your friend in Dubai might legally block your cousin in New York. Today, I am going to simplify this for you. We are going to review the best platforms for NRIs to invest in Indian mutual funds in 2026, broken down by three major regions: the US and Canada, the UK, and the UAE and Singapore. After that, I'll walk you through the biggest, most expensive mistakes we see overseas investors make and exactly how you can avoid them. Let's get started. As a bonus, I have created an in-depth guide to the 7 costly tax traps for high net worth NRIs, a strategic report on avoidance and compliance. You can download it simply by clicking on the link in the description. Let's start with the United States and Canada. If you live here, you face the strictest investment rules due to FATCA, the Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act. Because the US government requires strict reporting of overseas assets, many Indian mutual fund houses simply stopped accepting US and Canadian NRIs to avoid the paperwork. But don't worry, you absolutely can still invest. The best platforms for retail investors, platforms like SBNRI have done a great job recently streamlining the FATCA compliance process purely online. However, if you are an HNI or UNI, retail apps often lack the dedicated support you need for complex tax filings. For you, the best platform is often direct AMC platforms that are fully FATCA compliant. Top fund houses like PPFAS, SBI, UTI, and Sundaram welcome US and Canadian investors. The smartest route for HNIs here is using a dedicated wealth management platform, like what we use at EPK Capital, that aggregates these specific FATCA compliant funds into one seamless dashboard. This ensures you aren't managing 10 different logins and manually compiling tax reports for your CPA at the end of the year. The key takeaway for North America: prioritize compliance over convenience. Choose platforms or wealth partners that understand US IRS Form 8938 reporting inside and out. Moving across the Atlantic to the United Kingdom. Here, you aren't dealing with FATCA. You are dealing with the Common Reporting Standard, or CRS. The good news? The restrictions are much lower than in North America. Almost all Indian mutual fund houses will happily accept your investments. The best platforms. Because you have access to the broader market, digital platforms like Zerodha Coin and Kuvera are excellent for execution. They offer direct mutual funds, which means you aren't paying hidden distributor commissions. But here is the catch for UK-based HNIs. The UK's HMRC taxes you on your global income. While a platform like Zerodha is great for buying the fund, it will not advise you on how your Indian capital gains will be treated back in London. For significant wealth, you should look toward integrated portfolio management platforms or premium banking platforms like HDFC Wealth or ICICI NRIs. They offer the technological ease of an app, but with the necessary account structures that make filing your UK taxes much cleaner. Finally, let's talk about the Middle East and Singapore. If you are based in Dubai or Singapore, you are in the sweet spot. With low or zero capital gains taxes in your host country, your primary focus is simply maximizing your returns in India. The best platforms. You have the pick of the litter. You can use Grow, Zerodha, or IND Money for quick, app-based investing. However, HNIs in the UAE and Singapore often deal with larger ticket sizes and prefer more sophisticated setups. For you, we highly recommend utilizing a family office platform or a multi-asset wealth manager. When your capital grows beyond a certain point, mutual funds are just one piece of the puzzle. You'll want a platform that can seamlessly blend your Indian mutual funds with direct equities, commercial real estate, and unlisted alternative investment funds. Now that we know where to invest, let's talk about how not to lose your money or your peace of mind. Over my 20 years in wealth management, I've seen incredibly smart people make highly avoidable errors. Here are the top 3. Mistake number 1: Getting the NRI versus NRO account wrong. You need an Indian bank account to invest. An NRI account is for your foreign income and it is fully repatriable, meaning you can take the money out of India anytime. An NRO account is for income generated within India. The mistake? NRIs often link their investments to an NRO account out of convenience. When they want to move millions back to the US or UK, they hit a regulatory wall. The fix: always route your investments through an NRI account if you plan to repatriate the wealth in the future. Mistake number 2: ignoring the Double Taxation Avoidance Agreement (DTA). India has tax treaties with dozens of countries. If India deducts a withholding tax on your mutual fund gains, you can often claim a credit for that tax in your home country so you aren't taxed twice. The mistake? Investors try to do it themselves, forget to claim the DTA relief, and end up paying taxes in both countries. The fix: work with a professional who understands cross-border taxation. It will save you a fortune. Mistake number 3: DIY investing at the uni level. Apps have made buying mutual funds incredibly easy. But buying a fund is not the same as managing wealth. Many NRIs build scattered, overlapping portfolios. They end up owning 15 different mutual funds that all invest in the exact same 50 companies. That's not diversification, that's just a mess. The fix: shift your mindset from buying funds to building a portfolio. Understand your risk, map it to your family's future goals, and consolidate your holdings. Investing in India from abroad doesn't have to be complicated, but it does need to be precise. The right platform depends on where you live and what you earn. At EPK Capital, we specialize in cross-border wealth management. We handle the compliance, the strategy, and the execution, so you can focus on your life. If you're curious about how we can structure your portfolio for the coming decades, I invite you to reach out. You can find a link in the description below to book a private, educational consultation with my team. No hard sales pitch, just a transparent conversation. Disclaimer: this video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Please do your own research before investing. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, invest wisely. At EPK Capital, we build wealth for generations.